Electric cars are a fantastic idea, aren't they? They are quiet, smooth, and they don't puff out nasty smoke from an exhaust pipe. For years, we have dreamed of a world where all our cars run on clean electricity. This would make our cities quieter and our air much cleaner to breathe. People love the thought of plugging in their car at night, just like a mobile phone, and waking up to a full tank of power. It's a simple and clean way to travel. The problem, though, has always been the battery. The batteries we use today are good, but they are not perfect. They can be heavy, expensive, and they take a long time to charge up. This is what we call range anxiety. The fear that your car will run out of power before you reach your destination. It's the biggest hurdle stopping many people from buying an electric car. To make electric cars truly great for everyone, we need a battery revolution. We need batteries that can hold more power, so cars can drive much farther. Imagine driving from London to Edinburgh on a single charge. We also need batteries that can be charged up very quickly. Nobody wants to wait for hours at a charging station. We want to be able to stop for a few minutes, get a full charge, and be on our way again, just like we do with petrol cars. On top of that, these new batteries must be safe, and they need to last for a very long time, so you don't have to replace them. And most importantly, they need to be cheaper to make. If the battery is too expensive, the car will be too expensive for most people to buy. Solving this battery problem is the key to unlocking the future of travel. For a long time, car companies have been working hard on this challenge. They have been using something called a lithium-ion battery. This is the same type of battery you find in your laptop or your smartphone. They work by moving tiny particles, called ions, through a liquid. This liquid is called an electrolyte. While these have gotten better over the years, they have their limits. They can catch fire if they get too hot. They lose their ability to hold a charge over time, and they are made with materials that are difficult to find. This is why the search for a new, better type of battery has been so important. It's the biggest race in the car world today. The company that solves the battery puzzle will lead the way into the electric future, and it seems Honda is very close to the finish line. So, the stage is set for a big change. We are standing on the edge of a new era for cars, and it all comes down to what's inside that big battery pack under the floor. Honda, a company known for its brilliant engineering and reliable cars, has announced something truly special. They believe they have found the answer. They are talking about a new kind of battery that could change everything we know about electric vehicles. It's not just a small improvement, it's a giant leap forward. This is the story of how a new technology, called a solid-state battery, could finally make the dream of the perfect electric car a reality for all of us. It's a story about science, factories, and a cleaner planet. So what exactly is this solid-state battery everyone is talking about? It sounds very complicated, but the idea is actually quite simple. Think about the batteries we use now, the lithium-ion ones. As I mentioned, they have a liquid inside them. This liquid, the electrolyte, is like a little swimming pool that allows the electrical energy to move from one side of the battery to the other. It works, but the liquid has problems. It can be flammable, which means it can catch fire. It also doesn't work very well when it's very cold or very hot. This is why your phone battery sometimes dies quickly in the winter. The liquid just isn't the best material for the job, but it was the best we had for a long time. A solid-state battery, as the name suggests, gets rid of that liquid completely. Instead of a liquid swimming pool, it uses a very thin, solid material. This solid layer does the exact same job as the liquid. It lets the energy particles travel through it, but because it is solid, it is much safer. There is nothing to leak out or catch fire. This makes the battery much more stable and reliable. This simple change from a liquid to a solid is the key to everything. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about storing and using electricity. This solid material can be made from things like ceramics or special polymers, and scientists have been trying for decades to find the perfect one that works just right. The advantages of using a solid instead of a liquid are huge. First, safety is massively improved. With no flammable liquid, the risk of a battery fire, which is a big worry for some people, is almost completely gone. This also means you don't need all the heavy and complicated cooling systems that current electric cars have to keep their batteries from getting too hot. This makes the battery pack lighter and simpler. Second, solid-state batteries can store a lot more energy in the same amount of space. This is what we call energy density. Higher energy density means you can either have a much smaller, lighter battery for the same range, or you can have a battery the same size that lets your car drive much, much farther. We are talking about hundreds of extra miles on a single charge. Finally, these solid batteries can handle stress much better. They can be charged and discharged much faster without getting damaged. The solid structure is stronger and more resilient than the liquid one. This means you could charge your car's battery from nearly empty to full in about the time it takes to fill up a petrol car. Maybe just 10 or 15 minutes. It would completely eliminate the long waiting times associated with electric cars today. So in short, a solid-state battery is safer, smaller, more powerful, and faster to charge. It solves almost every single problem that current batteries have. It's the holy grail that car makers have been searching for, the key to making electric cars not just as good as petrol cars, but much, much better. Knowing that a better battery is possible is one thing, but actually making it is another challenge entirely. This is where Honda has taken a giant leap ahead of its rivals. The company has invested a huge amount of money, about 43 billion yen, to build a special new factory. This factory is located at a place called the Sakura site in Tochigi, Japan. It's not just any factory, it is what they call a demonstration facility. This means its main job is to prove that these amazing new solid-state batteries can be built in large numbers and for a reasonable cost. It's a place to test the recipe before you open the restaurant. Construction on this impressive building was finished in the spring of 2024, and now, as we speak in late 2025, it is ready to go. This new facility is a very big deal in the car industry. While many other companies like Toyota and Stellantis are also working on solid-state batteries, Honda is the first one to have an actual operational production line ready to start making them. In fact, production is scheduled to begin in January 2025. This puts Honda years ahead of its competition. The factory is designed to be a learning center. Engineers will use it to perfect the manufacturing process, figure out how to make the batteries faster, and find ways to lower the cost of every single cell. It's like a giant laboratory for building the future. The lessons they learn here will be used to design even bigger factories that will one day produce millions of these batteries for Honda's cars, motorcycles, and more. The purpose of this Sakura plant is not to immediately put these new batteries into millions of cars you can buy tomorrow. Instead, it is a crucial middle step. It closes the gap between a brilliant idea in a science lab and a real product that can be sold to customers all over the world. By building this line, Honda is tackling the hardest part of the problem: mass production. It's one thing to make a single, perfect battery by hand. It is a completely different and much harder challenge to make thousands of them every day, with each one being just as perfect as the last. This demonstration line will help Honda solve all the little problems that come up when you try to scale up production, ensuring that when the time comes, they can build these batteries efficiently and reliably. This move shows just how serious Honda is about leading the electric vehicle revolution. They are not just talking about the future, they are actively building it right now. By investing so much in this facility, Honda is sending a clear message to the world. They believe solid-state technology is the answer, and they are betting on their ability to master it first. The Sakura Factory is therefore more than just a building with machines inside. It is a symbol of progress and a bold statement of intent. It represents the starting pistol for the next big race in the automotive world, and Honda has given itself a very strong head start. The work done inside this factory over the next few years will shape the future of the company and the entire car industry. Building a new factory is a great start, but what really matters is what happens inside. Honda has developed some clever new techniques to make its solid-state batteries not just possible but also practical and long-lasting. One of the most important innovations is something they call roll pressing. You can think of it like using a rolling pin on dough. Inside a solid-state battery, there are many very thin layers of materials that need to be pressed together perfectly. In the past, companies might have tried to weld these layers, which is slow and can create problems. Honda's roll pressing method, however, stamps all the layers together at once during assembly. This process is much faster and more efficient. This roll pressing technique does more than just save time. By pressing the layers together so tightly, it squeezes out any tiny air gaps that might be trapped between them. These air gaps are bad because they can block the flow of energy, making the battery less efficient. By eliminating them, Honda's method ensures that the energy can move through the solid electrolyte smoothly and quickly. This increases the battery's overall performance and power. It's a simple-sounding idea, but it required a lot of brilliant engineering to get it right. This manufacturing trick is a key reason why Honda believes it can mass-produce these advanced batteries at a lower cost than other, more complicated methods, giving them a big advantage. Another major problem with all types of lithium batteries, including solid-state ones, is something called dendrites. These are tiny spiky crystals made of lithium that can grow inside the battery over time as it is charged and discharged. They look like tiny needles or tree roots. If these dendrites grow too long, they can poke through the layers inside the battery, causing it to short-circuit. This is very bad. A short-circuited battery stops working and can be dangerous. This dendrite growth is one of the main reasons why batteries degrade and lose their ability to hold a charge over many years. Finding a way to stop these dendrites is crucial for making a battery that lasts a very long time. To solve this problem, Honda's engineers came up with another smart solution. They add a very thin special layer of a plastic-like material, a polymer, over the electrode inside the battery. This layer acts as a protective barrier. It is strong enough to physically block the spiky dendrites from growing and poking through. It stops them in their tracks before they can cause any damage. This simple but effective barrier dramatically extends the life of the battery, ensuring it can be charged and discharged thousands of times without failing. By combining the fast roll-pressing method with this protective polymer layer, Honda has solved two of the biggest technical challenges facing solid-state battery development, paving the way for a battery that is not only powerful, but also incredibly durable. The result of all this clever science and engineering is a battery that performs better in every single way. The most exciting improvement for most drivers will be the range. Range anxiety, the fear of running out of power, could become a thing of the past. Because these new solid-state batteries can store so much more energy in the same space, cars will be able to travel much farther on one charge. Honda is aiming for its electric cars in the late 2020s to have a range of at least 500 miles. By 2030, they are targeting a massive 620 miles, or 1,000 kilometers. That's enough to drive from Paris to Berlin without stopping to charge. Some experts even think ranges of over 700 miles are possible in the future. This changes everything, making electric cars practical for even the longest road trips. Next, let's talk about charging time. This is the other big complaint people have about electric cars today. Nobody wants to sit at a service station for an hour waiting for their car to charge. Honda's solid-state batteries are much more resilient and can handle very high-speed charging without getting damaged. The solid structure is better at managing heat, so you can pump electricity into it much more quickly. This means charging times could be reduced dramatically. Honda believes it will be possible to charge these batteries from low to nearly full in the same amount of time it takes you to fill up a car with petrol. Imagine pulling into a charging station, plugging in, and being ready to go in 10 to 15 minutes. This would make owning an electric car just as convenient as owning a petrol one. Then there is the issue of lifespan. A car is a big investment, and you want its most important part, the battery, to last for a very long time. As we discussed, Honda's use of a special polymer layer prevents the growth of dendrites, those nasty crystals that kill batteries. This means the battery will degrade much more slowly. It will keep most of its ability to hold a charge for many years and thousands of charging cycles. A long-lasting battery is not only better for the owner's wallet, as you won't need to replace it, but it's also much better for the environment. Fewer old batteries will need to be recycled or thrown away, reducing waste and making the entire life cycle of the car cleaner. Finally, these batteries will also be lighter and smaller. Honda projects that its new solid-state batteries will be about 35% lighter and 50% smaller than the current lithium-ion batteries that offer the same amount of power. This has a huge impact on the car itself. A lighter car is more efficient, meaning it uses less energy to move, which further increases its range. It also improves how the car handles, making it more fun to drive. A smaller battery pack also gives car designers more freedom. They can create cars with more space inside for passengers and luggage or design sleeker, more aerodynamic shapes. So, these new batteries don't just improve the numbers, they make the entire car better in every way. Honda's vision for its solid-state battery revolution goes far beyond just making better electric cars. The company sees this technology as a key that can unlock a new, cleaner future for all kinds of transportation. Honda is not just a car company. It is actually the world's largest manufacturer of engines, making everything from motorcycles and scooters to lawnmowers and boat motors. Their plan is to use these powerful, lightweight and safe new batteries across their entire range of products. This strategy will help transform the company and could have a huge impact on reducing pollution in many different areas of our lives, not just on the roads. First, think about motorcycles. Honda is famous for its bikes, from small scooters used in busy cities to large touring motorcycles for long journeys. Electric motorcycles have been slow to catch on, mainly because batteries are too heavy and bulky, which ruins the balance and fun of riding. A battery that is 50% smaller and 35% lighter, like Honda's new solid-state design, is a complete game changer. It would allow Honda to build electric motorcycles that are light, nimble, and have a long enough range to be practical for daily use and weekend trips. Imagine a world with silent, zero-emission motorcycles zipping through our cities, making them quieter and cleaner. But Honda's ambitions fly even higher than that, literally. The company is also exploring the world of aviation. They are developing something called an eVTOL, which stands for Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing Aircraft. You can think of it as a small electric air taxi that could one day fly people over traffic-jammed cities. For these aircraft to work, they need batteries that are incredibly lightweight, but also very powerful and, above all, extremely safe. The solid-state battery, with its high energy density and resistance to fire, is the perfect technology for this kind of application. Honda's battery breakthrough could be the key that makes clean, personal air travel a reality in the coming decades. This technology could also find its way into many other areas. Think about marine applications, like electric boats and personal watercraft, which would stop polluting our lakes and oceans. Or consider construction equipment, which could operate without noisy, dirty diesel engines. Even power products for your home, like backup generators, could be replaced by silent, powerful battery packs. By developing one amazing core technology, Honda plans to electrify everything it makes. This is a very smart strategy. It means that the huge investment in the Sakura Factory and battery research will benefit the entire company, not just the car division, helping Honda transform into a comprehensive leader in electric mobility. One of the biggest promises of Honda's new batteries is that they will be cheaper to produce. Right now, the battery is the single most expensive part of an electric car, often making up a huge chunk of the total price. This is what keeps electric cars out of reach for many families. Honda's goal is to change this. They project that their new solid-state batteries could be up to 25% cheaper to manufacture than the lithium-ion batteries we use today. This is a significant reduction and could lead to much more affordable electric vehicles in the near future. Making electric cars cheaper is just as important as making them go farther, because it means more people can afford to make the switch to clean energy. So, how will Honda make them cheaper? It comes down to a few key factors. First, as we learned, the manufacturing process itself is smarter. The roll pressing technique is faster and more streamlined than older methods, which means the factory can produce more battery cells in less time. This increased efficiency directly lowers the cost of labor and energy for each battery made. Second, the batteries themselves are simpler. Because solid-state batteries are so much safer and better at managing heat, they don't need the complex and expensive liquid cooling systems that are required in today's EV battery packs. Removing all those pumps, pipes, and sensors makes the final battery pack cheaper to build and assemble. The biggest factor in reducing cost, however, is something called economies of scale. This is a simple idea. The more of something you make, the cheaper it becomes to make each one. Think about baking cookies. If you just bake one cookie, the cost is high because you have to buy all the ingredients and heat up the whole oven. But if you bake 100 cookies, the cost per cookie becomes very low. Honda is applying this exact same principle to its batteries. By planning to use these solid-state batteries in cars, motorcycles, planes, and more, they are creating a huge demand. This will allow them to build massive factories that run 24 hours a day, churning out millions of batteries. This high-volume production will allow Honda to get better prices on raw materials and perfect their manufacturing process to be as efficient as humanly possible. The demonstration line at the Sakura Factory is the first step in this journey. It will teach them how to achieve these economies of scale when they move to full-scale commercial production later this decade. Honda's strategy is clear. By mastering the technology first and then scaling up production across their entire business, they can drive down the cost faster than anyone else. This focus on affordability is crucial, as it will be the final piece of the puzzle needed to make electric vehicles the obvious choice for everyone, everywhere. Honda's work on solid-state batteries is not just about selling more cars or being a technology leader. It is a central part of a much bigger, more important mission. The company has set a very ambitious goal for itself: to achieve complete carbon neutrality across all of its products and corporate activities by the year 2050. This means that by that date, the company will not be adding any new carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. This is a huge commitment, and it requires changing everything about how the company designs, builds, and powers its products. Developing this game-changing battery technology is the most powerful tool they have to make this goal a reality. The first major milestone on this journey is set for 2040. By that year, Honda plans to stop selling petrol and diesel cars completely. From 2040 onwards, 100% of its global vehicle sales will be either battery electric vehicles or hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, both of which produce zero tailpipe emissions. To get there, they need electric cars that are not just an alternative, but a clear improvement over petrol cars in every way. The solid-state battery, with its long range, fast charging, and lower cost, is what will make this possible. It will give customers the confidence to switch to electric, knowing that their car is more convenient, cheaper to run, and better for the planet. This commitment extends far beyond cars. As we've seen, Honda plans to use these batteries to electrify its motorcycles, power equipment, and even aircraft. Each petrol engine they replace with a clean electric motor is another step towards their 2050 goal. It's a comprehensive approach that recognizes that pollution comes from many sources, not just our cars. By tackling emissions across their entire business, Honda is helping to clean up our cities, reduce noise pollution, and fight climate change on a massive scale. This vision of a carbon-neutral future is what drives the engineers and scientists working on these projects every single day. They are not just building a better battery, they are building a better world. Achieving carbon neutrality is one of the greatest challenges of our time, and it requires bold action from large companies like Honda. Their massive investment in the Sakura demonstration plant and their aggressive timeline show that they are taking this responsibility very seriously. By pushing the boundaries of technology, Honda is not only transforming its own business, but also setting an example for the entire industry. This leadership is vital. When a major company like Honda makes such a strong commitment and backs it up with real tangible progress, it encourages other companies to do the same. This creates a powerful ripple effect that can accelerate the global transition to a sustainable, zero-carbon future for everyone. In the end, this story is about more than just a new piece of technology. Honda's breakthrough with solid-state batteries represents a pivotal moment in the history of transportation. For decades, we have been limited by the constraints of the liquid-filled lithium-ion battery. It has served us well, but its weaknesses, long charging times, limited range, and safety concerns, have held back the true potential of electric vehicles. Honda's new battery, built with a solid core, a clever roll-pressing technique, and a protective polymer layer, effectively solves all of these problems at once. It promises to give us electric cars that can drive farther, charge faster, last longer, and cost less than ever before. This is a fantastic development for us as drivers. The days of range anxiety are numbered. Soon we will be able to get into an electric car and drive for hundreds of miles with complete confidence. A quick stop of 10 or 15 minutes will be all it takes to get back on the road with a full battery. Cars will have more room inside because the batteries will be smaller, and they will be more affordable, making them accessible to millions more people. The experience of owning and driving an electric car is about to become not just equal to a petrol car, but superior in every important way. This is the future of personal mobility that we have all been waiting for. This innovation will also reshape the entire automotive industry. By starting production at its Sakura demonstration plant in early 2025, Honda has thrown down the gauntlet and taken a clear lead in the race to commercialize solid-state batteries. This will force competitors to accelerate their own research and development, creating a wave of innovation that will benefit everyone. But Honda's vision extends even further, with plans to use this core technology to power everything from motorcycles to air taxis. This holistic approach will help the company achieve its ambitious goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2050, setting a powerful example for corporate responsibility in the 21st century. Most importantly, this breakthrough is wonderful news for our planet. Transportation is one of the biggest sources of pollution and greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. By making clean, efficient, and affordable electric vehicles the new standard, we can take a giant step towards a healthier environment. It means cleaner air in our cities, quieter streets, and a powerful new tool in the fight against climate change. Honda's solid-state battery is not just a game-changer for electric cars. It's a game-changer for our world. It is a piece of brilliant engineering that opens up a new, cleaner, and more exciting road ahead for all of us. The future of travel is arriving, and it is solid.